What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and this week I'm driving the Mazda CX60 Takumi. I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about the Takumi, what it's like on the road, what's the interior like, its pricing, and most importantly I'm going to be telling you why you should be considering the Takumi. If you're in the market for an SUV, this is definitely something you want to check out. So let's get into it. So from a styling perspective, I really like the Mazda CX60. It looks absolutely beautiful, great design, great lines, and I think Mazda, they've done a great job on this one, I have to admit, right? At the front, you've got this big bold grille, you've got LED headlamps, you've got 20-inch rims, you've got LED rear tail lamps, and you've got an electric tailgate, as well as over 500 liters of storage space in the boot. So, very nice family SUV, in my opinion, and it ticks all the boxes, right? It looks sporty, it drives well, and when you jump into the rear seats, you can see that there's plenty of space here, right? You've got two USB ports in the back, you've got vents in the rear, you've got cup holders in your armrest, as well as on either side of the door, and of course, the storage space in the boot is over 500 liters, and you can also drop down your rear seats, which expands that to over 1,000 liters, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying our videos. And most importantly, don't forget that Auto Advisor is a technology company in the automotive industry that's focused on getting our customers the best price on their next new car. All you got to do is head over to autoadvisor.co.za, inquire on any vehicle that you're interested in purchasing, and somebody from our team will get in touch with you, go out and negotiate on your behalf to get you the most competitive price on your next new car. And you can safely sit back at home and relax, knowing that our team is trying to get you the best deal from our national footprint of dealers across the country. Moving into the driver's seat, and you really are amazed by the overall design and layout in the Mazda CX60. And the reason for that is because this is the first Mazda that I've driven that actually has a digital cockpit, right? So I think when you jump into the vehicle, you know that this is one of the latest Mazdas, that's for sure. And you can obviously see Mazda now paying more attention to the technology element and, just fixing some of the niggles that a lot of people were complaining about on some of the outgoing models, right? Or some of the older models, where you could start to see that the interior was feeling a lot more dated than it needed to be. But other than that, it's got everything that you're looking for. You've got a big digital instrument cluster, you've got a massive media unit as well, you've got a couple of views here in terms of your vehicle settings. So you got your eye active status, you've got your vehicle consumption, etc. And then you've got a couple of drive modes as well. So you've got a sport mode, you've got an auto mode, and then you've also got a normal mode, right? When you do make those changes, depending on your drive mode, the cluster also changes. So if you go into sport mode, you've got this kind of red layout. It looks pretty cool, but it's still basic in its functionality. But nonetheless, I'm still happy that Mazda have introduced a digital cluster, right? And I think it's definitely a big upgrade for me from some of the other Mazda models I've driven. I've always enjoyed the Mazdas. I think the reality is that you always felt like you needed a little bit more from a technology point of view, and of course the big thing was the performance, right? And I think they've definitely nailed that one on here as well, and I'll chat to you guys a little bit about that shortly. But in addition to that, you've got navigation, you've got Apple CarPlay, you've got a host of settings, you've got hill descent, cool seats, Napa leather, you've got some nice finishes along the dash here, making it feel like you're sitting in something quite special. Driver and passenger seats are electrically operated, and just very spacious, very comfortable, and pretty much ticking the boxes for everything that I'm looking for, in my family-orientated SUV. And I think the biggest thing for me on this particular vehicle is, of course, the engine, right? It's a 3.3 liter turbo diesel motor making 187 kilowatts and 550 newton meters of torque. It's mated to an automatic box, and I can say that is definitely the highlight of this vehicle, right? The 3.3 liter does have quite a bit of grunt. It sounds absolutely amazing. It drives amazing, and it's just got great power delivery, right? Great power band, great gearbox, and I can feel that you're quite comfortable in this vehicle in terms of like your overtaking and all that stuff. You're really nothing to be concerned about at all, right? And I think that was the big thing that was missing for me on a Mazda, was that you always wanted more performance, because most of the cars were normally aspirated. I'm here in Johannesburg, so we're not at the coast where normally aspirated vehicles would perform a lot better. So obviously we want turbocharged vehicles, and on this model I think Mazda has just done a phenomenal job. I think if Mazda continues to build vehicles like this here and introduce engines like this here in their models and some of their other models, I think they're going to have a fighting chance in terms of taking back the market share and growing the brand, right? And I think that's really what's going to open them up to competing with the likes of the VWs, etc., because a lot of those vehicles in the VW range, which is probably Mazda's biggest competitor, are turbocharged, right? And even Toyota for that matter. I mean, you've got the RAV4 and all of that stuff, but they're all normally aspirated. So just by default, consumers are looking for improved performance, improved efficiency, and this one's also got the mild hybrid setup. It's been super economical, to be quite honest with you. I've still got half a tank of fuel, and I've been doing about 7.5 liters. The tank literally did not want to move for the first 4 or 5 days of me having the car. It was just full the whole way through, and it was just amazing to see, right? And I think that's really the benefits of a diesel motor. It's just super efficient. It is got great power delivery, and it's got a bit of grunt as well. So having a turbo diesel motor in these big SUVs is really a no-brainer, and definitely still my recommended choice, right? On the interior, you've also got wireless charging. You've got a 12-volt socket, and then plenty of storage space, and there's plenty of storage around the vehicle on either side of the door. You've got 2 cup holders here. In your armrest, you've got 2 Type-C ports, as well as some additional storage. And this one's got that Bose sound system. It's amazing. This sound system in this vehicle, crisp, it's clear, it's got great bass, and yeah, I really enjoyed that as well, right? So the only thing that I really didn't see was the heated seats. I mean, I don't know why it's not here. Maybe, I don't know, to be honest with you, why it wouldn't be here, because it does have cool seats. So it would have been nice for Mazda to have included that as well. In terms of the media unit, quite basic in its functionality, but all of your necessities are on there, and it is quite easy to navigate and get into some of the features and controls within the vehicle. So not really going to complain about it. I'm still glad that Mazda did make an update on the vehicle, and yeah, it's quite intuitive to use, etc., with all of these controls and stuff that are around the vehicle. And obviously on your steering, you've got your volume controls and your media controls, and then you've got your cruise control settings, as well as your your telephone controls. Besides that, I can't really complain about too much, to be honest with you, because I think for what you're getting at the price point, it just feels right, and it makes a lot of sense, and you're getting incredible value. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of more softer suspension. The things I'm noticing is that when you're going over the bumps, you can feel the suspension is a little bit firm, and especially when you're going over the speed humps, you can definitely feel it at that point, right? Also, when I went onto a little bit of dirt road, I did activate the off-road mode, and yes, the vehicle did the job, but the ride was a little bit harsh, and that could also be thanks to the 20-inch rims, right? So a lot of things to consider, but I think just overall, really happy with the Mazda Takumi. Great all-round vehicle, great package by Mazda, and I really have to commend them, right? If we think about what you're competing with, obviously you've got the likes of the Tiguan, you've got the Kia Sportage, or what is it, maybe the Kia Sorento, I don't know, right? But those are all the vehicles that are pretty much there's obviously other ones, right? So it's obviously the Tiguan, the Kia Sorento, you've got Hyundai's got their own models. So, you just need to look at around that R1,000,000 price point, right? Because that's really what the price point is for this vehicle. You're coming in for this top of the range model, you set you back about R1,070,000. And Mazda says that they are offering unlimited kilometer service plans as well as warranties if you purchase their vehicles. So, this specific model is what I've seen on the, on the CX60 page on Mazda's website. So unlimited services, unlimited warranty, which is pretty mind-boggling and pretty amazing as well, right? Because the reality is, I think Mazda's backing their product. They know they have a reliable product. Mazda's always been very reliable. So there's really nothing for them to be concerned about from a reliability point of view. And I think with all the Chinese brands also coming into the market, offering these crazy warranties, the brands have to adapt, right? Otherwise, they're going to be fighting a losing battle, because the Chinese is gaining quite a bit of attention and drawing quite a bit of the market away from the premium German brands, as well as all of the brands that have been in the country for an extended period of time. So I think if you are looking for something that is up to 900,000 Rand, you have to look at the Mazda CX60 Takumi. I think you can definitely get a demo model for under $1,000,000. And if you are able to do that at the 900,000, 950,000 Rand price point for a almost new CX60 Takumi, I think there's going to be a phenomenal deal, a phenomenal package, and I think you will not be disappointed with that, to be honest with you. So definitely check it out, and definitely go and take it for a test drive. And yeah, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think of the Mazda CX60 Takumi? Have you driven it? And yeah, I'm keen to hear your thoughts, because I'm sold. And Mazda, you better bring out more turbocharged vehicles, because that's what we want to see. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.